Good morning. Today's lovely overcast day, which is a perfect tree day. It's perfect for photogrammetry. It's not raining like it was yesterday. There's some buzzards and birds of prey around there somewhere. I saw a couple taking off. There's definitely one soaring around over there, which is amazing to see. When you hear them cry out, it's amazing. But yes, today's a good day for photogrammetry. It's bright, it's overcast, which means the light is all diffuse and oh, sorry for the squelchy bit coming up. It's all diffuse and non-directional, because when you're capturing all the textures, use the train. So when you're capturing all the textures, it's you're not getting any direct light on it. So when you add your own lighting into the CG scene, that's why you don't have a nice bright overcast day like this is good. I mean, you can in woods and things still do photogrammetry because the leaves can shelter and diffuse the light from other trees, but you have to find the right trees and the right situations. There's another buzzard over there. I saw at least two this morning, just in the distance. It's just amazing. Yeah, I feel like today's a good day. I made good progress yesterday. What did I do? Well, mainly consumed with work, really. That was the main focus of it. I had a little test of WoW in terms of thinking about cross-realm trading. The thing I didn't sort of like talk about yesterday was the risk that basically if you do too much, if there's too much inventory spread out too many places, you're just spending your time managing inventory, which is also, another reason why I don't do transmog, because you need thousands and thousands of items on the go at any once, because they're such slow sellers, and I fear that I might be competing in a market like that. Although I did see some interesting looking BOEs, but they are really expensive. Like I saw a ring, a 483 ring that was 300 at minimum was 380,000 gold. They're the cheapest server, and then it was spread. Someone's already done this, I think. It's spread that one ring over all the other servers, and there's like one on every other server, and it's more of it 650,000 gold. So I can see you're almost doubling your money, and it's quite a significant amount. But you need a big capital of money and millions to be able to do that, and I'm not in that position, and I'm not sure I'd want to risk it. But I guess once you have more money, the risks seem less because you have more money. It's kind of the same with real life, really, isn't it? It's all relative. That was another thing someone mentioned the other day, is have you ever tried doing real life sort of like trading based on your gold experience? I haven't tried it. I kind of scared in a way, because it's real money and it has real impact, and I don't really have a spare amount of money to invest in something like that. But again, that's all relative. You start with £50, £100, and can you build it up from there and then reinvest that money in? So it's a potential thing to think about. I think it would be an interesting thing to. What's that bird that just came down? Yeah, it'd be a potentially interesting thing to look into. But right now it's trees and photogrammetry. So I'm on the lookout really as to what makes a good tree, and what am I doing and why am I doing it, basically. So I want to. There's two aspects to it. I want to capture. There's three aspects to it. The ultimate goal is the Elwyn Forest recreation, and to do that I need a lot of trees. So I want to photogrammetry unique looking, amazing sort of like tree bases and trunks. Photogrammetry is not suitable for branches and leaves, so I'm going to have to make those in 3D. But once I've got the trunks, I also want to be able to attach branches onto those and use textures from real trees, which is why I'm looking around at these trees. Obviously I want to match the species, so oaks with oaks and things like that. And so I'm looking around. First stage is to capture bark textures, and to do that I need a relatively clear trunk, so that it's free of like unique twisty bits or things like that. Something that I can get a full 360 view around it. So I'm looking at these oaks, and this one wouldn't be suitable because you've got something very close by, and it's a split twin trunk. This one's a split twin trunk. You could get round that. This one on the left is relatively unblemished. The one on the right's got some really nice lichen on it. I like unique bits to them, but as a texture, especially if you want to make it a tiling texture, you've got to watch out for that. So looking at this oak tree, for instance, it's got a lot of moss at the bottom, so you probably couldn't use that, or maybe just a small part of that bottom bit. And then I can get up as far as those two knobbly bits that are sticking out. So I've got a good section in the middle there. Sorry, I'm pointing with my mug. Which is good, but that's quite a wide, an old tree from looking at it. I couldn't get my arms around it, so trying to guess its age and things. In order to, basically I want to match whatever I do, whatever its circumference is, I want to have a good equal amount in the height of the tree, so when I unwrap it, it becomes a square 1x1 texture. Looking at this one's quite nice. This one's got some lovely mossy bits and texture on it. You have to watch out for these little shoots that are coming out the side, because they will mess with photogrammetry. I've got a good view around it. There's some interesting bark and moss detail on it. It's a little one-sided with the moss, as you'd expect, because the moss is coming from where there's the most light, which is what you'd incorporate into your tree texture anyway. This one I've done, this one's in my example, because I've got some good things from base to top. Ivy at the bottom is a trouble for photogrammetry, because ivy has really shiny leaves, and as you move around you get all the specular changes, and that throws off the photogrammetry. Plus it's not that great with leaves detail anyway. Moss can also be tricky, because you look at it and you can see it's with the subsurface scattering on it, it's got more light on the edge of it than it has at the front, and so as you rotate around the tree, the lighting changes, which you want consistent lighting. So these are all factors. I mean, this one, it's not an oak, but that's got a great amount of texture. I will come back to that one and do that one, because that's really nice. So I'm on the hunt. I'm on the hunt for some good trees to photogrammetry. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a tutorial on the actual capturing process, but I'll save that for the greater video, for the video capture, for the VFX channel that I still haven't set up, but I've got the basics for it. The birds are amazing this morning. So that's the focus this morning. Gonna go do that. I was thinking about how I'm finding getting up in the morning. Things that are making it easy for me is from a motivation point of view. Things that work for me and my body. The key thing is, after waking up, is to get up and out as soon as possible. For me, that works. the more I resist, the more I sit in bed or start looking at my phone. That's danger zone, as it is. So for me, I've got the motivation to get up. So literally, as soon as I wake up, I get up. I've got extra motivation to get up straight away because I feed the cats in the morning, and they're always around the bed meowing at me, say, "Oh, you're up. Let's get some food." So they're a great motivator. So straight up, feed the cats, do whatever other bits and pieces I need to do around the house, and then the second thing is to get out as quickly as possible. That way, I'm there already. I take my coffee to go, which is a good idea. That way, I'm not going. Oh, I'll just sit and have my coffee first. I can sit and enjoy my coffee whilst outside. I know I've seen probably because of my YouTube history and stuff, things have been recommended me, and I found this guy, what's his name, Andrew Huberman or something like that, who has this routine where he gets up at 6:30 every day and delays caffeine and drinks salt water and has cold showers. I was like, oh, no thank you. But the principle I think is good. The first one, which is get up and get out in nature. Get out and have a walk first thing, and I totally subscribe to that. To that way of sort of starting the day, because it's been, the days that I do get out, I certainly feel more invigorated. I'm just going to be careful not to burn the candle at both ends because I was up quite late last night, and so I'll end up with less sleep, and then that's going to have a fatigue effect later on in the day, and I'll be less inclined. This trunk's quite nice. You've got some lovely detail on it on the sunny side. But it looks like it's dead or dying. This bark doesn't look in good condition. There's a few bits that have come off there. So, I mean, they're all different stages. What I want to do with all these different textures is once I've got a bank of textures, then I can use them on branches, I'm trying to keep a track of the age of the trees as well, so the younger, smaller trunks can be used on branches of other trees. This is a great tree. Look at this one. Got some lovely lichen detail on that. I mean, every tree is different. Every tree has something appealing to it. That one's definitely nice. It's got a nice clear area around it. Looks like a tree's fallen down recently. It's got a nice patch of lichen on it that goes up, so that could be a very good tileable texture. I have to watch out for this section here where the shoots are coming out. I won't be able to photogrammetry that very easily, so I'd have to either go over that area post-process wise. Everything else looks good though. That's a good candidate. Now's the time to be taking all the photos. Now's the time where I need to be out here taking the photos. I probably won't get my steps up because I'm spending it all just standing next to a tree, where I would be walking normally. So that there's always sacrifices, of course. So I think overall I'm feeling really positive with how things are going. I was trying to think of topics to talk about, like my 3D work, how I got started in the 3D industry, how I've changed different careers, what's it like in advertising, what's it like in games, what's it like in film, what's it like in corporate media, what's it like in architectural visualization, what's it like in doing kids web series and web-based games. Basically I've done it all over 30 years. Oh, sorry for the wind. Suddenly got very windy because we're out in the open again. Any buzzards around? There's one. That's a corvid. That might not be a buzzard. A couple of corvids. And you see the corvids chasing off the buzzards if they see them. That's great. It's great. I love it. So yeah, if there's anything else, any topics to cover, I'm more than happy to. Let me know, because this is part of a two-way process. Is talking about things and sharing knowledge. That's kind of like the point of the VFX channel. Is more of for an educational sort of other wind. I need to get one of those microphones that's got a dead cat on it to muffle out the sound. I think that would be much better, rather than using the phone mic. Something to invest into in the future. Equipment, processes, there's so many interesting things to talk about. I want to capture little snippets of information, really. So let me know, and we can have a good old natter about it. Alright, I'm going to go find some trees and hopefully get the other section of the video recorded. So I'll see you soon, hopefully tomorrow. Bye for now. No, it's not stopping. The button's not working.